Who can remember what happened last time?
We were reading a fan fiction.
What was it about?
Legend of Zelda being super quick.
Yeah, it was. Well done. How quick?
About 42 minutes and 17 seconds.
Yes.
Hey, nice.
Spot
Hey.
on. Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2. Full disclosure, we couldn't remember where we left off. We're not going to remember what voices we did for each character. I'm going to try, but it's not going to be great. So, if this is a bit jarring, sorry.
To be fair,
Because-
I think at this point the listeners know what they're getting themselves in for.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So, shall we just jump right into it with that in mind?
I think we should. However, I will just say, I have started playing Breath of the Wild.
Aha.
James,
Yes.
your Zelda impression, actually not bad.
Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing I've heard all day.
Yeah, actually not too bad, to be fair. Yeah, pretty good.
Thank you. Grace's Link is fairly on point as well.
It doesn't say much.
I mean, you shouldn't say anything, really.
That's true. Actually, now we're doing part 2. Can I make a request? Grace, could you voice Link in the sketchy Brooklyn accent that the 90s TV series had? The one where, "Well, excuse me, princess," came
no.
from.
Oh god, I mean, I can try.
Yeah, he just sound. It's sort of like Barney the dinosaur, but more obnoxious.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Link. I want to get laid.
Does he say that in the 90s cartoon?
Yeah. His whole game is to smooch the princess, and it came off very rapey.
Oh my god.
It was the 90s, which were a different time, but sadly not different enough.
Oh boy.
It's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah. I
Far
see.
enough
how that
away
made
that
it
we're
into kids'
sort of
shows.
safe, but too close for comfort.
Yeah, because it was all about giving her a kiss, but it was like pinning her down onto the bed and such.
Oh wow. No, just. Oh dear.
Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking. And that's why Link doesn't talk. Because they let him do it once, and they realised never again.
That's fair.
So without further ado, when we last left our heroes, they were going around. I mean, I don't even know the plot of Tears of the Kingdom, so I'm not 100% what's going on. But they seem to be redoing all the dungeons.
Yeah, they're going back and basically doing the game. Only there's no boss battle at the end of it because Link has already done it.
Because Link has already kicked their ass.
Yes.
Okay, with that in mind, Nick, you want to continue narrating, I take it?
Yeah, can do.
Okay. We're just going to do misc characters as they come up.
So are we going for that passage that you posted? Am I starting from rather than or the next after that passage?
It's from the rather than. The last line we did was Rivali talking about, "I can't possibly travel with you until the ego boost of this new grand achievement has worn off."
Right, I see. Yeah, no worries. Rather than return to Lookout Landing, Link rents a bed in Swallow's Roost. The Rito do have terribly soft beds. Zelda doesn't mind staying a night. As soon as they're both under the covers, Link wraps himself around her. She can feel him shivering. It isn't cold anymore.
So I have a question for Grace. Do the Rito make the beds out of their own feathers?
Why would you think I know the answer to that? They do eat birds, you know.
They eat birds.
They eat birds. The Zora eat
What?
fish. And
What?
the Gerudo
Oh, I knew
eat
the
women.
Zora ate
No, I'm
fish.
joking.
Well, some of them eat women. But anyway.
Oh boy.
I'm alright, Link.
She murmurs, cuddling closer so as to banish the phantom sensation of falling.
We're
together again. It's all right.
That's still Zelda.
That is still Zelda.
I'm sorry.
We're together again. It's alright.
10 out of 10
wasn't
on
sure.
delivery, though.
Is
Yeah,
that what we were... Even I'm sorry it wasn't my line, but was that what we were going
It was
for?
flawless.
Oh,
It was
I'm
the wrong
sorry.
line, but aside from that, it was flawless.
Excellent.
Impa is there when they return to Lookout Landing. It's odd to see her in discussion with Purah. They used to look so similar 110,000 years ago.
Impa was the robotic one, right?
No.
Oh. Which one's Impa?
Input, I think, is the old lady.
There you are.
Impa says, smiling, and Zelda immediately bursts into tears.
Is Mineru the robot one?
Yeah, she becomes a rogue.
So,
Mineru says, as Zelda catches Impa up.
is she your mother?
Purah laughs, and laughs, and laughs some more.
She's my younger sister.
She says at last. Mineru blinks.
All right then.
Impa isn't just here to say hello. She's here to tell them about these things called geoglyphs. They appeared soon after the upheaval. She's been investigating them, but doesn't have any leads, so she came here for help.
As soon as we've recovered the rest of the secret stones, even. As soon as we've recovered the rest of the secret stones, I'll be right on that.
Zelda promises. Link grasps her hand. The message is clear. Not without me.
We'll be right on that.
She amends, and Link squeezes her hand in thanks. Zora's domain is covered in sludge when they get there. King Dorephan is guiding the efforts.
Oh, that's the big guy, isn't it?
He's a whale.
He's a whale.
He's a whale?
You gotta do your best whale impression.
Ooh. That's my whale.
Is it a whale or a ghost?
I thought it was an owl. Princess, it's good to see you.
He's excellent. Yeah, carry on with that. He
Good
says.
audition.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. It's funny. I almost thought I saw you back during the upheaval with some sludge monster. But then you dissolved into smoke. It must have been some trick of the light. Huh.
Link says.
Weird.
Flawless. Excellent. Carry on with that.
I hate myself.
You shouldn't.
Sidon is using his power to try and purify some water, with Mipha's guidance. They both look absolutely exhausted, but when Zelda asks about the wedding plans, she's treated to a long and very passionate explanation of every single minute detail. Yona arrives to return Link's Zora armor. Mipha tells him he looks very handsome in it, and then Mineru explains how to access the water temple. Sidon and Mipha return to Zora's domain to ask their father if they could perhaps borrow a few of his scales. Zelda has no Zora arm of her own. She ends up needing Sidon's carrier up the waterfalls. Link would have liked to, but he's a bit too short for it. The water temple is, impossibly, even more sludge-covered than the domain. Gross. When the Muktarok first appears, nobody reacts too strongly. It's small. It doesn't seem very threatening. The sludge shark it summons? That's a little more concerning.
Okay, what voice? It's important we do Sidon justice. What voice are we using for Sidon?
He's very soft and posh.
Link, use my power!
No!
So we're going...
Do not Matt Berry Prince Sidon. I said soft and posh. He's more like James from Team Rocket.
Link, use my power!
Yeah, fuck it, it'll do.
I don't think I can keep that up, but I'll try.
Sidon suggests, and Link is covered in a veil of water, and then he sprints off after the Muktarok with intense focus and somewhat terrifying speed. She almost feels bad for it. When Sidon touches the secret stone, they are brought to see Ruta.
Hello, Sage of Time, Sage of Spirit. I'm assuming this is the secret stone talking.
Yeah, you can do what you like.
You're doing the Matt Berry for this one.
May as well. I got it out, I may as well. Sage of Time, Sage of Spirit, my descendants, and you must be Link.
Hi.
Says Link.
It is good to see you both, Zelda, Mineru. Do you have need of my aid? No.
Mineru says.
The Demon King is vanquished. Vanquished!
Ruta says, the shock evident in her voice.
Oh, it's a
In her voice.
God! I'm too... I don't know how to do...
Don't change your thing.
Forever!
Forever.
Link says.
I watched him explode myself.
You made him explode.
Zelda says, who is really wishing she remembered seeing that.
Yeah.
Link says, vaguely smug. Incredibly smug, in fact, but still.
Impressive, my friends.
Sidon says, explicitly very proud.
We saw the explosion from here.
Mipha says, nodding.
You completely annihilated him. It was awesome.
Sidon agrees. When the conversation is over, and Sidon is the Sage of Water, Zelda asks if Mipha will accompany them.
I would love to.
She says.
But I must help with Sidon's wedding, and...
She leans in close to whisper in Zelda's ear.
his coronation.
Oh, that was scary.
Like a terrible ASMR.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I'll try and stop doing that, but it's so much fun. Oh,
Zelda says.
I see. I would love to travel with you more soon,
Mipha assures her.
but not yet. There is much to do.
The final secret stone is in Death Mountain. Yunobo and Daruk seem happy to see them.
Hey, Princess. Link. Great to have you. Hi, Yunobo.
Zelda says, smiling.
We heard there was trouble recently. Oh, yeah. Some of the rock roasts got infected with that gloom stuff. It was real bad, but it all went away with the rest of it, so we're good now.
Link frowns at the ground.
Link,
Zelda says as gently as possible.
it would have been a very, very bad idea to eat gloom.
Oh, brilliant.
And an even worse idea to eat gloom-infested rocks.
Infected.
An even worse idea to eat gloom-infected rocks.
But now I'll never get the chance.
Link mourns.
I heard it tasted pretty bad anyway.
Daruk offers. Link sighs dejectedly. The fire temple is very far down. Yunobo shrieks as he leaps into Death Mountain. Daruk laughs. Link and Zelda paraglide down. He keeps his eyes on her the entire time. Zelda hasn't been to the fire temple in quite some time. She remembers there being less lava. It used to be a little less nerve-wracking to traverse. When they finally unlock the main chamber, there is a large pile of rocks. It sort of looks like it has legs. Zelda can picture Ganondorf creating a strange gloom rock monster easily. Isn't that Pink Floyd gloom rock?
It is! Yeah. I mean, there's a case that MCR is gloom rock as well.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. But the gloom is gone, and so is the marbled Goma.
Gloom rock will never die.
Gloom rock will never die. Like an emo David Bowie.
Yeah.
Yeah, gloom rock. Redania appears in the strange realm just as the others did, but he knows something the others did not.
The Demon King is gone,
He says.
isn't he? Yes,
Mineru says.
it is done. How did you know?
Zelda asks.
That monster guarding my secret... I keep reading it sacred.
Sacred stone.
The monster guarding my secret stone. It collapsed and shriveled away. I saw the gloom fade. I knew it could only mean one thing. Your swordsman is mighty impressive, Zelda.
Thanks.
Says Link.
Now I can finally rest easy. But first, I have to give you my secret stone, little rock.
Yunobo gasps. Daruk attempts to give him a pat on the back.
So,
Daruk asks later, as they leave the mountain.
what are you doing now?
Investigating these things called gyroglyphs.
Link says.
Huh.
Daruk says, scratching his beard.
I don't know anything about that. Sorry. Good luck. Thank you, Daruk.
Zelda says, and they return to Lookout Landing.
So,
Purah says.
there's a geoglyph. I don't fucking know what that was. I'm aiming for old lady, which is quite difficult.
Purah is not the old lady, it's the younger sister.
Oh, bollocks, okay.
I was going to say you kind of got Alan Carr there.
Shit.
A
I was
little
not
bit.
aiming for... I always confuse... Who's the old lady, then?
Impa.
Impa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I always confuse those two. Okay. Purah's the younger one, then.
Yes.
Yeah, she's the posh one that looks like a mommy.
I'm running out of posh women voices, so she's Valley Girl now. So, there's a geoglyph just northwest of here. Let's go check it out.
Flawless, as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why is it you can do a Valley Girl so well, James?
Subscribe to my OnlyFans and find out.
No, I don't want to.
Brilliant.
Do that.
Zelda blinks.
Let's.
Purah rolls her eyes.
Yeah, of course. Did you think I wouldn't take the chance to study a new, fascinating development caused by the upheaval? No way. I'm going with you. We'll be happy to have you.
Says Mineru. Link gives her a thumbs up.
I put my thumbs up.
Also, I don't know why, but that Valley Girl impression it's activating my fight or flight, and I've no idea
Shit,
why.
really?
Yeah, like all the hairs on the back of my neck are standing up, and I'm ready to fight somebody. I've no idea why though.
Grace, you want to take over Purah?
I was originally Purah, I
Oh,
think.
were you? Oh, well,
But this is funny.
you can have Impa then if you like. I think you've got a better old lady voice than I do.
Well, you know.
Just thinking back to D&D, I think you can do a decent old lady voice.
I've never done an old lady voice, I don't
Back
think.
in the campaign your brothers ran, we played two like retired elderly people coming out of retirement to explore a dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
One last heist.
It was fun.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
was Greg Coupland, who ran a bakery.
Greg Coupland. Excellent.
Yes, I thought you'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I like that.
A joke only for people living in East Yorkshire.
Yes, because Coupland's nowhere else, are they?
Exactly.
Yeah, but Greg's are. So,
Greg's, I think a lot of people will get.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's... Anyway.
Okay. When they arrive at the geoglyph, Mineru frowns.
I can't tell for certain from down here,
She says.
but I think this depicts Rauru. Rauru?
Zelda repeats.
Why? Emperor said if there's an old legend about images and dragon tears.
Valley Girl, Matt Berry. Jesus Christ. Purah muses.
They're basically the same, to be
I
honest.
know, but, you know. Purah muses. Zelda fumbles the Purah pad and nearly drops it.
Dragon tears? Yeah, something in an old book about dragon tears depicting images. Really?
Says Zelda, whose fingers have gone numb.
We don't have to look.
Says Mineru.
We do.
Says Zelda.
Heck yeah, we do.
Says Purah.
Imagine the science.
God.
You know, I feel like Valley Girl suits Purah more. I kind of wish it was in the game.
I will write to Nintendo.
No, don't insult them. It's not nice.
Please make Purah a Valley Girl in future.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, they're not making another Legend of Zelda game
Oh
like
no.
that.
That's surprising. I figured they'd go for a trilogy.
Yeah, I think if they are going to do like another open... They're not doing another open world game continuing from that
Oh,
specific
okay.
storyline, is what they're saying.
Got you. Actually, yeah, because they've done the Sky and they've done Underground in this one, so their only other options would be make it like a Navy water game.
Oh, go on then.
Or parallel universe, like in a Link
space.
Between Worlds.
Or space.
No.
Because that's the one thing above Sky.
I think they're just going to throw the land into a different
Yeah, they'll
time
probably
era.
do something else. And that's fine.
Kart racer, because everything karts eventually.
Yeah, there should be a... Why isn't there a Zelda kart?
I mean, they go into Smash Bros and shit.
That's
and-
true. I mean, yeah, they guessed in Mario Kart, but
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have his own
Zelda
car.
kart.
You guys, right? Hey, Spirit Tracks had a train.
Nice. There is a puddle of water in the glyph's left eye. Zelda's secret stone in her pocket seems to be resonating with it. She pulls it out with extreme reluctance. As soon as it's in her hand, the water is reversed, pulling together until it is a bubble of water, floating in the air, and then there is a flash of light. The last thing she remembers feeling is Link grabbing her hand. She blinks back to awareness in the exact same spot, still holding her secret stone, Link's hand still over her own. The dragon tear is gone. The memory is fresh in her mind. From a third-person perspective, it looked a bit strange.
What was that?
Purah demands.
What happened? What did you do?
I had a vision.
Link says. Oh,
I suppose it makes sense.
Mineru says later.
You are the Sage of Time. Your dragon might have shed tears that reveal moments in time, especially those that were important to you. Do you think?
Zelda says quietly.
The other geoglyphs? Yes.
Mineru says, staring out over the horizon.
I think it's very possible. All sorts of things are out there, but only your time powers can activate them, so you don't have to worry about other people seeing it. Link saw it.
She points out.
Link was holding your hand. Oh.
She whispers.
Oh, right. Okay.
Purah tells them Impa recently sent a letter from the Forgotten Temple. She found something related to the geoglyphs there. Zelda hopes it isn't anything too personal. She's not sure she could handle it if Impa somehow saw one of her memories, especially her conversation with Rauru, which she had in the Forgotten Temple the day before he died. Hopefully it's something else. It is. It's new. The rooms that were once their base of operations have been changed. There is a map on the floor and geoglyphs on the walls. Zelda can tell that they're in chronological order just by looking at them. A Gerudo scimitar. Oh, goddesses, don't make her watch that again. Sonia's grave is still there. A Sunderlion still grows there after all this time. Zelda asks for a moment alone.
Hello, Queen Sonia. It has been some time.
She pauses.
Much more time for you than for me, I think. I don't remember most of the last 10,000 years. I hope you don't either. It was so lonely. Sonia, I'm sorry. I thought I could protect you, and I was wrong. I failed you, and I'm so sorry. I hope you and Rauru are together now. It's done. The Demon King is gone, and your secret stone is no longer being misused. It's over. We won. Goodbye, Queen Sonia. May you rest in peace.
Zelda gets up and goes back outside.
I got straight to Purah again, I'm sorry.
I know, honestly, after that, I think that was well delivered.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, back here again. Purah says as she takes the pictures off the walls.
These are geoglyphs, in the order that they happened. Yes.
Zelda says. Mineru hums an assent from where she's kneeling in front of Sonia's grave.
So, Zel, do you want to go look at them? They're my memories.
Zelda says.
I don't need to go see them, but I don't want to leave them there, just waiting.
Link puts his arm around her shoulders.
We can see them together.
He offers. She's not sure she wants him to see any of that. Sonia and Rauru's deaths. Her own
Draconification.
Draconification, that's a word.
Innit?
She's not sure she wants him to see any of that. Sonia and Rauru's deaths. Her own draconification. Those are not the sort of things she wants anyone to see. But it's Link, so maybe it will be okay. The next year...
Before we continue,
okay.
Brief pause. Grace, what the fuck's going on? So spoilers, obviously, for Tears of the Kingdom. We're into bits I can't quite infer from not playing the game. So I could do with a hand knowing what's going on. How did Zelda become a dragon?
So she gets thrown back into the past.
Oh, right. Okay.
She lives with Rauru and Sonia for a bit as some of the events are unfolding in the past. She thinks the only way to like repair Link's sword is through a long amount of time. So basically she takes his sword that got infected in the present, took it back to the past. She essentially eats her secret stone, which starts to turn her into a dragon, and the only way to keep the sword safe is she buries it into herself so no one else can get their mitts on it, because she's a dragon, so no one's going to fucking go get her, are they?
So she turns into a dragon so she can live long enough to meet up again with the others?
No, there's no way. She went into that knowing that there was no way to turn back into a dragon, but obviously someone finds a way later.
Got you.
So
okay.
To turn her back human, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. What do you reckon Link still would?
As a dragon, I don't think he'd be able to. Also, she's very bug-eyed as a dragon.
Okay, let me have a quick Google.
It's quite funny.
Zelda dragon form. Oh wow, I see what you mean about bug-eyed.
Okay.
Oh no, that's Ganon. My bad.
Out of her forehead.
Honestly, all the dragons are a bit bug-eyed. I was looking at Ganon, but Zelda also a bit goofy. Oh wow, that's not a very flattering photo of her.
Are you going to post this somewhere?
Yeah, I will. I'll post it in our handy little Discord channel we call Smash or Pass.
Oh boy,
Nick, you know that guy who does all the train stuff with his GoPro and it's just like his face?
Francis Bourgeois.
Yeah.
Yeah, one sec.
That's not her.
Oh, bless. She doesn't even look menacing. It's
Oh, is
like...
it not?
You got the wrong one.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be honest, they all look the same.
It's the
I
it's
was-
the blonde one. Got
The
blonde
blonde
hair.
dragon.
Oh, I see. Is it this one? Hang on.
I was going to say, that dragon doesn't really look that menacing. It's like that
Yeah,
one
that's
angle
all.
you can take a photo of sharks of, and
Yeah.
they look really goofy.
I'm gonna level with you. None of them look menacing.
They're supposed to be godlike beings. They're not weird godlike beings.
Yeah, she looks kind of friendly in that photo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fluffy.
The one I've just posted is the one you're supposed to fight.
Yeah,
And-
that's Ganon.
Yeah, and he doesn't look that threatening either.
Yeah, it's a bit more threatening,
Hmm.
you know.
So he wouldn't, is what we're saying.
No.
Okay. Link is a brave man, but his bravery has limits.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. We can carry on with the reading now.
Oh, good.
I'm glad we answered that question.
Mm-hmm.
The next geoglyph is rather close to the Forgotten Temple, just southwest of it,
Link,
she says, gripping his hand.
are you sure you want to watch them with me?
Together.
He says, decisive. It brings a smile to her face.
All right.
She says, and reaches for her secret stone. Like last time, she blinks out of the memory to find that no time has passed.
Link,
She asks.
I saw it.
He says, and then turns to Mineru.
Raru's your brother?
I'm sorry, just said out loud, it sounds like a Scooby-Doo line.
Uh,
Raru!
It kind of does. Yeah, it kind of does.
He was.
She says.
Oh.
He mutters, looking briefly embarrassed before perking back up.
I saw his ghost on the Sky Island.
I knew it.
Zelda says.
What?
Mineru says. One short explanation later, Link sheepishly admits that maybe he should have listened to what Rauru had to say. But it's too late for that now, and he did still defeat Ganondorf, so at least he didn't miss any crucial advice. The next geoglyph isn't too far from Lookout Landing, and it depicts the Purah pad. It's strange to see what she considers a modern item drawn out in the ancient style. Purah herself seems quite flattered.
I think this is where I met Mineru.
She tells Link.
Okay.
Link says, which is fair. Link says when they emerge from the memory.
What?
Do you remember your dad?
Yes, Link.
She says, after a moment's pause.
I do remember my father.
Raru is like the opposite of him.
How so?
He suggested researching your power and then trying things from new angles. That was what King Roham's least favourite thing.
Zelda laughs, taken aback.
I suppose you're right.
The next geoglyph is southeast of Lookout Landing. They really are getting a lot of use after that particular travel point. It looks to be a Molduga, so Zelda knows which moment in time it is. She is not expecting the perspective she sees it from. Zelda gasps when the memory ends, a shuddering thing that makes her whole chest ache.
That was Ganondorf.
Link realises aloud, and then carefully, gently, he wraps his arms around her, lowers her to the ground so she can shake in peace.
That was Ganondorf.
She says.
That was the moment. The moment he got the idea to... What did you see?
Mineru asks. Zelda swallows.
I saw the exact moment Ganondorf decided to steal a secret stone.
She shudders again. The next geoglyph seems to depict Ganondorf himself. It is universally agreed that they should take a break before seeing that one.
So,
Purah says as they rest in Lookout Landing.
wanna talk about it? Not really.
Zelda answers. Purah shrugs.
Fair enough. Hey, Mineru, let's go talk about tech. I would be happy to.
Mineru says, leaning forward, and that is how they pass the next day. Her and Link curled up together, listening to Purah and Mineru talking shop. Zelda hesitates before calling up the next tier. It's too soon for anything terrible to happen. But if there's another unexpected perspective this time, she doesn't know if she can handle watching Ganondorf plan Sonia's murder. Link grips her hand. She takes a deep breath and reaches for her secret stone. Zelda shivers as the memory fades. Nothing she hadn't seen before, but watching her tell Rauru of her nerves, hearing his reassurance, while knowing just how terribly wrong it was all about to go. Link hugs her. She feels the cool metal of the butterfly pendant under her shirt. She breathes in the clean air. It is over now. It is terrible, and she's going to have to watch it all again, but it is over now. She must remember that. They reach the next geoglyph within the day. It's Sonia. They haven't reached the scimitar yet. It's not time yet. It isn't that memory. Zelda is still nervous. This may well be the last time that she ever sees Sonia alive. She grips the secret stone tightly and recalls the tear. She exhales after the memory. It was a quiet moment, a happy moment, a good way to remember Sonia and Rauru both. Link laughs.
You spoke very highly of me, Zelda. I don't know why I'm starting to turn Valley Girl now, but
It's infectious, isn't it?
Oh
is.
my god.
Oh.
So I
One day
whole
we'll all be
valley.
Valley Girls.
Oh.
Hush.
She scolds, suddenly sure her face is bright red.
It was all warranted.
Strong and dedicated.
Yes.
She says.
Good and true.
Yes.
She says again, and begins to relax.
And after all that, I told them you were very handsome as well.
What?
Link says, suddenly blushing furiously.
Really?
Of course.
She says, smiling at him.
It is true, after all.
Zelda pauses when she remembers what the next geoglyph is.
You don't have to watch it.
Mineru says, quiet and sad.
But I will.
Zelda says.
I will.
Link loops his arms around her. She feels his summer-wing butterfly pendant press against her back. Link is here. She can do it.
I can't do it.
She says, sitting down in front of the tear. Her secret stone feels like it's burning a hole in her pocket. She refuses to take it out.
That's okay.
Link says, crouching next to her.
We don't have to.
I want to remember Sonia as she was,
Zelda continues, beginning to cry.
smiling with me over tea, laughing as she helps explain my powers. Not as she died. I can't watch it again.
Okay, then we won't.
Zelda bites her lip as she regards the pool of water in front of her. That was her tear once. She cried that.
That sounded so northern. I was going to say once.
That was her
we
tear
tried
once. Then it was lost down pits.
You had a tear, all we had was a cardboard box. You had a cardboard box.
We're not doing the four Hylian men.
No,
Pool
sorry,
of water, luxury. Right. Link.
She says,
By the way, bit of a behind the scenes. When I do the Zelda voice, I have to put my hand on my chest and feel very sincere.
oh,
For the Valley Girl, I have to play with my hair.
oh,
But those
God.
are the two things that set it up. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
I hate this skit even more.
Well, it's funny, actually, because I'm sat here in front of a roaring fire with a smoking jacket on with a pipe.
Good.
Yeah. Let me tell you a story.
Wait, you don't have a fireplace in your...
I've got a gas one. It's not quite the same.
Just
but
imagine
still.
you've got like an empty barrel that you've whipped to you.
Just a waste paper basket with throwing a match in it. Ah.
I'm just sat in front of the boiler. Okay, where were we?
Link,
She says, slow and hesitant.
can you watch it? Take my secret stone from my pocket and recall the memory yourself.
She feels horrible asking it from him, to watch something so terrible alone. But Link nods. He looks so understanding. He's watched some of his worst memories once. He understands. Link picks up the secret stone, and she watches as he is pulled into the memory. Link blinks and the tear is gone. It's strange to see from the outside.
Zelda!
He says, soft.
Link,
He sits down next to her again and grips her by the shoulders.
You did all you could.
Link has told her that many times. About himself, about the champ, about her powers. Just a new failure to add to the list. No,
Did all you could, Zelda.
he insists.
It wasn't your fault.
A new tragedy, to be sure, but not her fault. Not her failure. They won in the end. She must remember that. She recognises the next geoglyph as well. Surprisingly, so does Link,
That's the one of the forms Ganondorf took.
he says.
Slightly longer to kill that one than the one before it.
Sometimes I forget how completely terrifying you are.
Mineru says mildly. Link watches this one alone too. Zelda knows Sonia will still be there, bleeding out in this memory. She won't watch that. Her last memory of Sonia is the geoglyph where they were happy together. That will always be her last memory of her. Sonia, as she was. Happy. That's how she'd like to be remembered.
He got away.
Link says, relieved, as he wakes from the memory.
I'm right here, Link.
She responds, almost amused despite the serious subject matter. He shrugs.
I was worried about you.
I'm here.
She says again. The next geoglyph is a secret stone. Zelda feels mildly confident that she can watch this one.
Ready?
Link asks, holding her hand.
Ready.
She says, and grabs the secret stone. Zelda smiles as the memory fades. Her friends, together. It wouldn't last long, but it was good to see them.
I liked that oath.
Link says. It takes her a moment to realise what he means.
We should get the new sages to swear it.
He continues.
Do you?
Link.
She says, and then isn't sure how to continue for a moment.
I'm not sure they'd want that.
I'd be happy to swear my life to you.
He says, completely serious.
You already did.
He pauses.
I guess so, but I'll do it again in a heartbeat.
No.
This is lovely.
He's so fluffy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
It's hard to do the obnoxious bastard
Yeah,
voice
I
because he's
completely
written
get it.
so fluffy here.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just wrong.
It doesn't
Didn't
fit.
expect it to stay this fluffy. That's fair.
Zelda actually doesn't know what the next geoglyph shows until Mineru points it out.
It's Sonia's grave. Oh.
Zelda says, and she knows which memory it is. Zelda spends a long time debating if she wants to watch this one. She ends up explaining the entire thing in detail to Purah, and then asking for advice. Purah's wisdom?
Whatever you think is best, princess. Now move. I'm trying to calibrate a sensor on this dragon tier.
Not very helpful. She decides to watch it in the end. She wants to see Rauru and hear his reassuring words one more time. Zelda tries valiantly not to cry after the memory ends.
Our last line of defence.
Link echoes. She manages a shaky smile.
You should have been our first line of defense, but I'm afraid you hadn't been born yet.
Link seems unhappy with this, but cannot find fault in her logic. The next geoglyph is the last, the Master Sword. Link has handed her that very sword for viewing this final memory. He thinks she should see it with them. His hands are still curled around hers as she draws back the final tear, and they are pulled into the final memory. And when she blinks, Link's hands are on her face.
Link,
Found you.
He says, soft.
I found you.
you did.
She agrees, beginning to cry from the relief of it all.
You did.
The stone in her hands lights up again.
Link, protect them all.
Oh, I fucking...
Is
What?
Is that a gut punch, which I will find out when I finally play the game?
No, it's just...
Should I have delivered that in a different tone? Or...
No, it's fine. It's just... It's very strange to listen to you do Zelda this much. And it's just like, oh my fucking god.
Okay,
I'll look it up, see how the delivery was supposed to be.
that's...
No, it's fine. It's pretty close.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, there we go.
Nintendo, call me.
No, it's the same with Nick. I'm getting my flight and fight response activated.
Really?
I'm sorry
Why?
I scare you.
It's just so annoying.
Oh.
I'm sorry I annoy you then.
Oh dear.
Alright, carry on.
Zelda gasps as that memory ends. She stumbles backwards, and both the things she was holding, her secret stone and the Master Sword, fall to the ground as her hands start to shake.
Zelda, it's alright. Calm down.
She's breathing rather quickly, she realises after a moment. How could she not be? She just saw herself... herself. She hadn't actually known what she'd look like as a dragon. Now she does. She's not sure if that's better or worse.
Zelda,
Link calls.
come back to me.
She tries to control her breathing.
What just happened?
God's sake. Such a serious fucking moment,
I know.
honestly. Hang on a minute, let me just take a sip of water.
Yeah, I need a drink.
Princess
These high voices are
Link,
not easy.
hello.
Purah yelps, frantically recalibrating sensors and pointing them at Zelda's secret stone.
Princess! Link! Hello? I'm okay.
Zelda tries to say, although it comes out sounding rather wispy.
Are you alright?
Mineru asks.
Yes.
Zelda says, this time at the proper volume.
Yes, we just saw one more memory.
Link cradles her face in his hands.
Oh,
Mineru says.
I see.
She settles down next to them.
It sounds like some rest is in order then. After all, it's over.
Zelda pauses. That is true, isn't it? That was the last dragon tear. They've recovered all the secret stones. The Demon King is gone. It really is over. And she's... Link does end up gathering all the sages and Purah together to swear their loyalty to her. They're her friends. She tries to tell them that they really don't need to, but they're all happy to do it. Before that, though, Mineru is fading.
It's over.
She says softly as Zelda protests.
I need to pass on. To be with Rauru, and Sonia, and all the others. I know.
Zelda admits, at last.
But it's not fair. Loss never is.
Mineru agrees, and lays a hand on her shoulder.
But I will always be with you. And... Dr. Purah, if you have a moment... Oh no. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I was saying, oh no, because Dr. Purah is going to show up.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Zelda wasn't expecting that. Evidently neither was Purah, but she does take everything in stride, so she walks up without hesitation.
What is it? I am passing on.
Mineru says.
Another will need to take on my secret stone and become the Sage of Spirit. Will you? Yes!
Squeals Purah.
Yes, absolutely yes. Gimme! Oh dear.
Mineru says, but she is smiling. Zelda removes the secret stone from the Purah pad. Purah giggles manically as it attunes to her.
I'm sure you will do well.
Mineru says, flickering and fading.
My successor.
She fixes Purah with a three-eyed stare.
Be responsible with it.
And she is gone.
Time to die.
Ha ha ha, like fuck you already.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Villain for the next game, confirmed.
Yeah. Purah ends up needing to be quickly taught the Sage's Oath before they can all speak it. She's still beaming. Zelda doesn't think the Sage of Spirit can cause too many more explosions than Purah could on her own, so it's probably fine. Afterwards, when they are resting in Lookout Landing, Zelda looks up at the castle and remembers something.
Link.
She calls, and turns to him. He's eating an uncooked shot fruit. It's a good thing his necklace is topaz, because otherwise that would likely be painful.
Link.
She says again, more insistently this time.
I left something in the castle before the upheaval.
She explains.
I need to go get it. Will you come with me?
Link takes her hand.
Always.
Launching up to Hyrule Castle via Skyview Tower is certainly an experience. Zelda whoops as the wind tears at her hair. Link laughs as he glides next to her. As long as she can see him, she doesn't have to fear falling. And it's an awfully convenient method of transportation too. They land right in front of the throne room.
Do you have anything that can light a fire?
She asks, absent-mindedly. Link gives her a flat look, which is fair. Stupid question, obviously. He has at least 100.
Would you mind lighting these torches, then?
Link does. She pulls the new champion's tunic from the revealed area. Still brand new, bright blue, and lovingly hand-stitched. A gift for her champion. Link gasps when he sees it.
Link.
She starts.
I made this for you. Not too long ago. I noticed that your tunic was getting worn out, and I thought I could help.
She offers it to him. Link takes it so carefully, as if it's delicate. It's not. She knows the kind of shenanigans he gets up to. That tunic could survive 1,000 explosions. That's how sturdy she made it.
Zelda.
Link says.
I love it.
Only the best for my favourite person.
Zelda tells him. Link looks up at her.
I love you.
I know.
Zelda says, because if there is any truth in the world, it is that. The sun rises and sets every day. Her favourite flower is the Silent Princess. The Demon King is gone. Link loves her, and she loves Link. Zelda curls a hand around the butterfly pendant she wears. She much prefers it to a...
I'm not gonna lie, I imagine the I know more like that bit out of Star Wars when he's going into the
When he goes into the carbonite, yeah.
And Zelda's just like, I know. I'm out. I love you too.
She says, because he must know that. But she'd like to say it anyway. She takes his hand.
I'm glad to be home.
She says, and Link smiles at her, like the sun, and it is over, and now they can begin again. At last.
Hey,
Well,
well
that
done.
was lovely.
And that's the end of the fic.
T_5 seconds, you've outdone yourself.
I...
That was delightful. I don't think we did it justice.
No,
but,
Oh no, we're not professional.
but my god, we tried.
I always have a slight issue with doing these fics because they're just so lovely, and you know, our acting skills cannot do them justice. Like the way that they're written, you know, the feels are very much in attendance, and
Absolutely.
yeah.
I immediately regret picking Valley Girl for such serious scenes. But I hope it goes down well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, T_5 seconds, for letting us do this. God, what else do we say?
What can we say?
That's a bit heavy, isn't it? Come on.
Apart from thank you.
I think you're both pretty fucking heavy-handed with it, to be honest. But all right.
Oh, he's
Who
gone.
left?
He's left. He's left in disgust.
Oh, why is he left in disgust?
Oh dear.
Sorry, my laptop did the thing again when it kicked me out. Sorry.
All right. We thought you were having left in a huff.
No! Why would I leave in a huff?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. Artistic license.
Look,
You've
I know
been
I'm
doing voice acting for like a couple of minutes, and suddenly you're an actor.
I know I'm theatrical, but that doesn't mean I'm prone to dramatic storming out. Not yet, anyway. Give me some time.
Yeah, give you some time and some money. You know. As soon as you get your first sort of provincial local theatre play, that'll be it.
Oh, I'd love to do a
Starts
local
doing a
theatre play.
Smarties advert, and that's it.
I mean, that would be fun. That's.
Yeah. Don't mind
Yeah,
doing an advert.
I'd happily quit the day job to become an actor, but I don't see it happening.
No.
Because I will ignore all stage instructions in favour of doing what I think is funny.
Impersonating Matt Berry.
Which will always be impersonating Matt Berry or a Valley Girl, which is sort of Matt Berry but in a slightly higher pitch.
Oh, for God's sake.
You're welcome.
The places we go.
Exactly. Right. I think it's time to call it. Thank you, everyone, for listening, if you made it this far. For a third time, thank you, T_5 seconds. This was beautiful. If you happen to be an author out there who've heard this and thought, yes, let these British idiots do this, but to one of my fics.
Let these British idiots shit all over one of my fics for a change.
Unleash the British idiots on something I have written instead. If that's going through your head right now, write in. Leave a comment on AO3. You can leave a comment on our YouTube. You can message us on Tumblr or on Twitter. We've got an email address, thefanshippingforecast@gmail.com.
We're on LinkedIn if you're brave enough.
We're on LinkedIn if you're brave enough. One person has already followed us on LinkedIn.
Yep.
So you can join him. And yeah, we'd love to do it as long as it's a reasonable length. And we like it. But we probably will. I don't want to say easily impressed, but we're just happy to read.
We are consistently impressed by the output of you authors.
We're just Labradors that like to do silly voices.
Yes.
If you give us an opportunity to do it, we will. Right. Time to go. That's the one thing I would change. When Mineru dies, I was ready to go. Time to die, and then jump off a bridge.
Oh, we're not doing the Blade
Putting
Runner
a
thing. We can see.
I feel like when any robot dies, they should do the Blade Runner thing.
Oh man.
Because it's so iconic.
Yeah, I see.
And I would have loved an opportunity to do it here, but that's fine. Anyway, time to go. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.